Hi! In this video, I'm going to be starting a new series that I'm very excited about, and it's the Rory Gilmore Reading Challenge. I got this book from Walter's bookstore in Groningen. It's the official guide to all the books that Rory Gilmore has read in Gilmore Girls. You start with like season 1, and then it has a little bit of a summary, like very short summary. And then you just start on the first page with episode 1 and the books that she mentioned in that episode. And it has a little quote of what she said about the book. In this video, I'm only going to be picking one book, and I think that's how I'm going to do this challenge. It's basically just going to be a reading vlog of one book, but it's in a challenge form. And what I really wanted to do as well is dress up in the outfit that Rory is wearing in the episode. I didn't look it up today, but maybe later in this video I'll try to actually match the outfit to what she is wearing, because I really like fashion, so I thought that's like a nice way I can maybe combine it. When I finished, there's actually a little thing in the back. I'll show you. You can mark off the books if you have read them. So I did already, like for instance, there's the Harry Potter books. I already read those, so I already marked those. And I didn't read that many. There's a lot. She talks about a lot of books. I decided already which one I wanted to pick. I wanted to start with season 1. I decided to go for episode 10, and it's The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. So you can see that it's episode 10, and this is the book. Now, I'll read to you what she said about it, and then I'll get into reading it myself. So, her quote: "I think it is romantic," Rory asserts when Lane questions why she bought this particular odd little novella as a Christmas gift for Dean. Kafka's most famous work is an allegory of effects personal and societal alienation can have on an individual, and is more often read as surrealist horror or an absurdist tragic comedy. Why do you think Rory picked The Metamorphosis as a gift for Dean rather than just recommending it? Who would you give this book to? Well, I don't know, because I haven't read it yet, but I'm gonna listen to the audiobook. Maybe that's a bit different than reading, maybe that's cheating. I don't think it is. I'm still consuming the book, so I think that counts. I'm very interested in seeing what it's like, because I have heard about this book before. I didn't look it up before starting this video. What I'm thinking right now is that he's like a cockroach, and he turns into a cockroach, and then he has a different point of view on humans. I'll get into it and tell you my thoughts, my feelings, and also if I think that this is a good gift for Dean, because just so you know, I've seen Gilmore Girls, the whole series, 15 times, maybe even more. I don't know. I remember we watched it, and then 2 months later I was like, let's watch it again. I'm quite the expert. No, don't quiz me. Actually, maybe you can. Maybe I would know everything, because I've seen it a lot. I'm not Team Dean, by the way. Maybe this is getting my intro to be way too long, but I am Team Jess. Yeah, I am, because no, but they're good together. It was just wrong timing. But he got his shit together, and I don't know, they're so cute together, and also he's the most handsome of the 3 guys. Or 4 if you're counting Tristan. But Jess is still the winner for me. And okay, wait, I used to hate Dean. I used to think like he was a bag of shit. I don't know. I'm sorry. But then I rewatched it, and as I got older and rewatched the show, I'm like, wait, he's such a good boyfriend, and actually she is just kind of annoying and not really that nice, and also she's in love with like Jess, and then just like, no, she's the villain, and Dean was just trying he was, yeah, I mean, sure, he had his moments where he was annoying or whatever, but he's a good guy in the beginning. That's not the point. We're not doing a Gilmore Girls review, whatever. We're doing the challenge, which is reading a book. So let's listen to a book. It's the next day and I just showered, and that's why my hair is still wet. Yesterday I listened to the first half of the book, which is actually only an hour because this book is 2 hours as an audiobook, so it's really short. But I listened to the first hour and okay, my thoughts. I don't yet feel like it's that impressive, but isn't it supposed to be because it's a classic? I don't know. The thing is, he wakes up and he's a bug, and going off of the cover of the book that is on my audio on Storytel, I would say it's a cockroach, but it's not really mentioned. He's a bug. And then he has to go to his job, but like he can't. He's in his bed and he's a bug. So how the hell is he going to go do stuff? I don't know how much I can really say because maybe it's a spoiler if I tell you what happens. But the thing, like the underlying meaning that I'm getting from it right now, is that you're supposed to stay calm when people misunderstand you. And like you shouldn't let that affect yourself. I don't even know if that's what I'm supposed to be getting from this book, but that's what I'm getting so far. That it's like, okay, if other people are misunderstanding you, then you need to stay calm and remember your own worth and like who you are, and you don't have to convince someone of what you believe, that's your thing and nobody needs to feel the exact same way. And if they misunderstand you, that's okay, and you can try to explain, but if they just don't really want to hear it, that's fine. That's their perception, and you're your own person and have your own feelings and thoughts. But I have no idea if that's what this book wanted to portray, but that's what I'm getting from it. And now I'm going to listen to the rest of the book and I'll let you know my final thoughts. And by the way, don't I look like Rory Gilmore right now? No, I don't. No, I don't. But I did watch the episode 10 because this video idea is basically just giving me an excuse to watch Gilmore Girls again. But I only watched episode 10 and I made a little picture of the outfit that she was wearing. So in the beginning of the episode, she was wearing something else, but it was like for a few seconds. And then the rest of the episode, she was wearing this one dress. It's a Christmas dinner. And then afterwards, she needs to go to the hospital for her grandpa. So that's why the whole episode she's wearing the same dress. I saw this dress and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I think it's so lovely. And the only thing I thought of that kind of matched that I own is this skirt. So, like, I don't know, this print. I think it really matches. But this outfit is basically just the gothified version of the Rory Gilmore outfit. I did do like the bracelet because she was wearing a bracelet. I was gonna do like a clip in my hair, but yeah, it's still wet and drying from the showers. But I tried to recreate it. I just don't own anything that's similar to it. The outfit inspo, but make it your own style. That's what this is. That's not really what this video is about. So let's just continue reading and then I'll be back when I have my final thoughts. I'm back. I just finished the book and I've got some thoughts. I feel like my initial thought wasn't really what the book was necessarily trying to portray. I do think it's an interesting book. I mean, it's just about him turning into a bug. Actually, it's not a cockroach, it's a dung beetle or something. It's about how he deals with that, but also how his family deals with that. I thought it was pretty good and interesting, but nothing all too special, which might be me not understanding any underlying meaning there is to it. I mean, I'll get into that in the part where I talk about spoilers a little bit more. And I do think there's like a message to the book, but like rating wise, I'm thinking like it's not like a 5-star or anything. A 3.5, I think. I don't know. This is the kind of book where I don't really know how to rate it. I do, however, I do not understand that Rory was like, I do think it's romantic. How is it romantic? Wait, I need to actually read again what she said, because that's kind of silly. Why would Rory recommend this book, or why would she give this book to Dean? Why would she think this is a good book to give to Dean? That is a question. I need to think about that one. I need to think about that one. I don't know why Rory would think that that's a good gift to give to her new boyfriend. I don't even know. I do think they're together at that episode. I mean, yeah, they are together, like officially. But like for a month or something, and it's kind of crazy. I do think that giving a book, if I like books, and okay, no, actually, okay, I like books, but my boyfriend, he does not like to read. So if I would give him a book, then even if it was like a book that would interest him, he's not interested in reading. So it's not, I do understand Lane's perspective, where it's like Dean giving Rory a basketball because he loves basketball, but that doesn't mean she has to. I do think that I agree with Lane that this book is not a great Christmas present for your new boyfriend. But I don't know. You can convince me otherwise, maybe, but that's my initial thought on it. Now it's actually time to put a little mark next to the book. I do want to use my black marker, so I'm gonna go get that. Okay, I got it. That concludes this video, this first in a series. And I hope you enjoy it, because I'm really excited to make a series out of this where I make several videos, maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months, I don't really know yet, but I want to look into reading more of her books. I will say though, I don't think I'm going to read every single book that's in here, because some of the books are like, okay, the Oxford English Dictionary. Actually, that's kind of interesting, but also not. Also not. I don't know. I'm just going to pick books as long as it's fun, and then we'll see how many we get to. I feel like I already got to 12. I'm gonna count them real quick to see. I did read all the Harry Potter books, so that's 7 books. And then I also read Letters to a Young Poet, so that's 8. And I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that's 9. I also read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, so that's 10. That's it. I read 10, and then also right now the Metamorphosis. So I'm at 11 out of I don't know how many. I didn't count this. I do think this is really fun to do, because then the next time I'm gonna watch like the whole Gilmore Girls series, I'm gonna really understand the references, and I'm gonna have my own opinion on the books that she reads. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's kind of fun. Next in this video, you'll see a little part of some of the spoiler thoughts that I have. It's not too much, but I did add a little bit of something in there, and then you can skip to this timestamp to see the outro, I guess. Spoiler thoughts. Basically, during the book, Gregor starts to accept that he is a bug, and yeah, he's just starting to live with it and deal with it. He is living at his parents' house at the moment, and his sister is also there. And his sister is actually the one taking care of him. But at a certain point, he starts becoming a burden on his family, or he's experiencing it that way. And I feel like that's maybe something the book is trying to convey. Like, when something happens to you, whether it is like getting a disability or being depressed or whatever you want to interpret it as, but then feeling as if you're a burden to the people around you because they have to take care of you. And I feel like in the start, they want to, but they're kind of afraid of him because he is a bug, and they all have a different reason to be afraid. Dad doesn't want the image of his family to go down, and Gregor was actually the breadwinner in the house, and now the dad needs to pick that back up again, and he's not too happy about that. And the mom is really scared of seeing her son as a bug and then having to connect that that is actually her son, and she's afraid of him, but she wants to take care of him. And then the sister kind of takes it up as her job to take care of him because she's the only one that isn't afraid, but she actually is. Because when she walks in the room, she really hopes he's not there, and if he is, like, she hopes he's hiding, you know. And then if he's not and he's visible, then she immediately walks out again. And it's just very much like they do realize that it's him and they want to take care of him, but they also don't want to see him, and they actually see him as a bit of a problem. And once he is gone, they're relieved and they're starting a new life and they're happy. So that's how you can actually see that although they care about him, they start to fear him and see him as a burden. If you have any opinions on either what you think the metamorphosis is actually about, what's the underlying meaning in it, or if you want to share which team you are on, Team Dean, Jess, or Logan, or Tristan, if that's your thing, then I'd love to know and chat about it in the comments. And if you want to leave a like or want to subscribe to me if you like this content, then that would make me very happy. And thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye! And it's the official guide to all the books. I thought there was going to be another word after that. That sounds stupid, but in it, oh, words. Sorry. Yeah.